Hey you guys, it's Ashley, your Norwick's independent consultant, and I am coming to you from part of my master bathroom. I want to talk about our mop. So the Norwex mop, I would venture to guess, might be one of the most sought after and coveted Norwex items that we have. I think a lot of folks are a little bit nervous to convert over to the Norwex mop for a couple of reasons. One, it is a little bit pricier than your traditional, Swiffer mop that you would buy at Walmart or Target for 45 bucks or something. But trust me, I spent almost 2 years thinking about switching to Norwex. I tried, I think, at least 3, if not 4 different mops and a floor steamer in my kitchen on the hardwood, and hated all of them because they always left a streaky mess. And then finally, when I hosted a Norwex party, I actually used my hostess rewards to get one of the Norwex mops. And then when I became a consultant, I got one in my consultant kit. And so I now have, actually I have 3 mops, one of which I always have the rubber brush attachment that's new on because I love that in the kitchen, especially the squeegee side, to help bring the crumbs all into one area. But I keep this actually upstairs in my pantry, and then I keep one in my basement in like a little storage closet area so that I can use it in the bathroom easy downstairs. So a couple things that are really awesome about the Norwex mop. It comes in a couple of different colors. So if you're not, I have the blue and green one, which was discontinued. This is the Nordic Natural, so it's kind of a rose gold and gold color. There's now a gray and black one, which is fun because it's pretty gender neutral, so you can use it for any male or female. And so you have your option on colors. And then it comes with multiple mop parts. So let's talk about this one. This ball right here is a silicone ball. It might look like just a fun thing to hang on to, and I like to lean on it when I'm doing videos. I always feel bad because I'm always like, ah. It's probably a really bad angle that you guys see, but this silicone ball right here is awesome because it actually has a purpose. So this is gonna work really nicely if you have scuff marks along like your baseboards. Say you have a type of wood floor where like shoes might scuff on, you can get shoe scuff marks off with this. And all you have to do is take this and rub it on the surface, and it's just gonna be, it's a silicone ball, so it's gonna erase those scuff marks. Second cool thing about it is this little disc right here is not just for Norwex decoration, although it does say Norwex on it. It is to hang on, so if you have hooks anywhere, you can hang this up, and then that way it's not on the floor. This part right here where it changes colors is the part that you turn, and then it's going to extend or go back down, and then you just turn it again to lock it in place. You want to keep it about, I never really change this unless the kids are helping me, and then I lower it down, but I almost always leave it at my height, which is like chin to cheek height. And then it works for my husband as well. And then down here, let's flip this little guy around. This, if you've already seen the Enviro wand attachment or the multi-purpose handle videos, this is the mop base. This is the large size. I showed you when I was cleaning my mirrors at a different video, the smaller size attachment, but this can attach easily to the multi-purpose handle or to your mop handle. And all it does is squeeze these little 2 knobs and it pops in place. It will swizzle around 360 degrees unless you want to lock this in place. I'm not very good at locking this when I only have one hand. There we go. But what this is going to do is prevent it from going back and forth. It will only allow it to go forward and backwards. So like if you're using this to clean, I have a window in my living room that's up high. I'll put the window attachment on this and I lock it in place just so that I can go up and down a little bit easier and it's not going all around and I'm fighting it. But when I clean my floors, I like to leave it because I want to be able to get all the surfaces. So the mop has 2 little strips here, and this is what is going to attach the mop heads to it. So let's talk a little bit about the different mop heads for a minute. Hopefully that doesn't go flying. The one that you saw that I have on it is the chenille one. So just like our Enviro wand, this has all the little chenille nubs on it. It's like our chenille hand towel, super soft, super dense. I like to use this one in the kitchen because it's got all these little nubs. It's gonna pick up on all the crumbs that are everywhere. I also really like it in my bathroom because, you know, I shed when I'm drying my hair, and so it's gonna pick up on all the hair. I know pet lovers love this one because it's really awesome at grabbing onto pet hair and trapping it down in those fibers. And so you're gonna attract pet hair to it. All of our mop pads are gonna tell you what it's for. So this one is gonna say floor dry because it wants you to know that this one's traditionally used dry. And what's really awesome is it comes with the little hanger there like our products do. And so I actually have a hook that has 4 little hooks coming out of it that rotate that I keep in my laundry room. And that's where I keep all my mop pads. So this one's almost always on my mop in the kitchen, but like this one is the tile mop pad, and it's got the wet mop pad, which is the teal, and then these blue chevron pattern is the little scrubbies. They're stiffer, almost plasticky silicone based, and what's really nice about this one is it gets in between the tile grout. So like if you have stuff that's stuck in between there, it's gonna allow for easy access in between there. I actually use my tile one mostly because I'm lazy and I don't like to have to run around and grab a different mop pad every single time, but I'll use this in my bathrooms and in my kitchen. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be only used on tile. It's not gonna hurt surfaces like hardwood or laminate or linoleum or anything like that. I actually enjoy having the extra scrubby power from that chevron pattern in there to help, you know, like say the kid spilled some juice and I didn't get it all spilled up and there's some splatter marks that are sticky, this is gonna scrub on that. So these are probably my 2 favorite mop pads that there are, the chenille and the tile one. If you buy the mop kit, it actually comes with these 2, and the colors are different now. These ones I think have been completely discontinued or are about to be. Now they're gray, and then the stripe is a different color telling you which one it is. But the dry mop pad is basically like our plush dust cloths. Super, super soft, very thick, very dense. It tells you floor dry on the mop pad, and on the back, it's got the opposite side, so it's gonna stick to your mop head. And this is just the dry one. So this is gonna attract, as you work in a figure 8 pattern, which I'll show you here in a second, it's gonna create static, just like our dust mitts. It's gonna help crumbs, hair, dogs, lint, or dog fur, lint, anything that's on your floor, it's gonna help attract to it and stick this to the pad. And then, so what I usually would do would use my dry one throughout my bathroom and then come back behind with your wet one or the tile mop pad. This is the wet one. Turning it around here, it says mop and wet so that you know. This has backlock in it because you're gonna get it wet. That way it's gonna self-purify as it's drying. But a couple of things, you can either get this damp and then put it on your mop and use it. You can actually just take a spray bottle of water, put this dry onto your mop and then spray your floor. Or brand new, I'm still waiting for mine to get here and hopefully it's here before this party and I can make a little side video of it. Now we have the amazing mop attachment sprayer, and that is going to spray the floor so that all you have to do is put water in it, toss on your mop pad, and away you go. And so consultants are raving about that and I'm really excited to get mine. And then the final mop pad is the window one. And so this is exactly like the window cloth. I don't necessarily use this on my floors, although I have before when I had this like really odd place that kept streaking, and I had tried all my other mop pads dry and wet and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting like, I had this like one streak I could see when the sun was on my kitchen floor, and I finally was able to get it off with this. So I don't usually use this one on my floor, but I love it for my windows. Like I said, I'll attach this to my mop. I have a really tall window in my living room, and so I'm able to easily clean that window with the window one. So like I said, I keep mine on a little hook so that all of these are together like this, and then I can spin it and grab whichever one I want. So we are just going to talk and show how easy it is. Just line it up, squish it down, and the mop pad is then attached to it. So I'm gonna move this just a little bit and point you towards my floors a little more. kind of hard to show you this in my bathroom because I don't have a lot of floor space. But what you're gonna do is just, I like to make it so it goes up a little bit, and I will run the dry one along my baseboards and just along the toilet, back behind the toilet, up underneath my cabinets. I'll go over here behind my door and collect all the hair because that's where I stand when I blow dry my hair. And what you're gonna wanna do is work in a figure 8 pattern when you're coming back through, because that's gonna create static. I know for one, when my mom first started using her Norwex mop, she was like, is it supposed to feel like it's clinging to the floor? Like I thought at first I had ran over something wet and it was getting stuck or there was something sticky. No, you want that static clean. Just like our dust mitt, it is helping attract dirt, hair, dust, whatever particles are on the floor. So that figure 8 pattern is what's drawing that towards you. And so all you have to do, rip this off. If you've got the rubber brush, you can take it over a trash can and just do this right along it, and it's gonna help clean that off. Otherwise, when you're done with this, when it starts looking kind of dirty, you're just gonna toss it right into your, oh my gosh, I almost said refrigerator, right into your washing machine with the rest of your Norwex products and wash it, and it's good to go. So I'm gonna come back behind it. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna get it wet. Just step behind the camera here. I like to, once I get it wet, just kind of drop it on the floor. See how easy that was to pick it up? And then I'm just gonna come back through here. What I love most about this, it's microfiber, so it's attracting or removing 99% of bacteria from my surfaces. I'm not using any soap. All I'm using is microfiber and water. So it's really, really easy, and it's not gonna leave behind a sticky residue, a shiny residue like some of my other mops were doing that had soap products in them. It's just getting the floors really, really clean, removing that bacteria, removing whatever sticky surfaces, hair, dust, whatever it is that's on my floors. And I will tell you, once you start using this mop and you walk barefoot across your floors, like you can feel a difference in your floors and how clean they are. I know it's really hard to explain if you haven't actually witnessed this, but trust me, when you start doing it, you're gonna be able to notice how different your surfaces feel because there's no residue, there's no stickiness, there's no film. It's just microfiber and water removing the dirt, bacteria, grime, gunk off your floors. So I love this mop. Like I said, I keep it in my pantry so it's easy to go, ready to go. When this one is wet and I'm all done, I'll just rip this off. I'll hang this to dry. When it's time for me to wash my microfibers, if this is looking kind of yucky, then I will toss it in with them and it can go in the dryer and you're ready to go. So that is all. Thanks, guys.